episode of Wasted Opinions. These are the ultimate episodes. These are the ones you guys keep coming back for. This is such a crucial episode. Today, probably one of the best we'll ever record.
Oh, it has to be.
We are reviewing the ever-current Avengers Age of Ultron.
I'm just glad to get it off the list.
Okay?
Oh yeah. It's the best.
There's going to be no games. It's going to be serious. Okay? You don't fuck around when it comes to Avengers Age of Ultron. Alright? Except if you're making it.
Huh.
But before we get into that...
Digging at Josh Whedon.
More like Josh Sweeten. Anyways, who do we have here today with us? Let's start with the man in yellow.
I am the Brute Squad. I'm LewisLightning.
That's a good one.
CountryBoy, smash!
That's a given.
I'm CountryBoy.
And you know what? I'm Team Stark again. Wearing this shirt.
It hasn't happened yet.
Awesome! So anyways, this is a follow-up to the
MussKeg.
last Avengers movie,
MussKeg.
right?
My name's MussKeg. I forgot to tell him my name.
Oh, yeah, MussKeg.
Anyways,
Choose
this
that.
isn't mine, yeah.
Sorry, I stepped on your toes there. Shot time.
That's okay. Yeah, so we're going to review everybody's favorite Avengers movie, Age of Ultron.
Everybody's, yeah.
Came out in the year
2015, I think.
2015,
2015, yeah.
yeah, just gonna guess.
Off head, could be wrong.
I gotta ask you guys this. Initial thoughts when you saw it?
Initial thoughts were, oh man, I wish Ultron was better in this movie. Ultron was a disappointment for me. The rest of the movie I kind of liked.
Really?
I thought Ultron was a disappointment because I liked who played him, James Spader.
Yeah.
The voice was great, but then they made his mouth so articulate, which I didn't. Why?
You needed it.
Didn't need that. I thought just give him like the light up of the side, like in the cartoons or the comic.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to move his mouth. It bothered me.
I mean, yeah.
And they made him make jokes. Why was he making jokes? He's a robot. He should be more straight laced. He should be.
They should have done more like Bicentennial Man. That's what I was thinking.
I haven't seen that one.
Ultron.
It's not good. Robin Williams, I mean, but it's not good.
Yeah.
What about your initial
He
thoughts
got a
there?
lot of what I would say.
Yeah.
Like, Ultron was not good. Too many jokes. I just felt it. Yeah, honestly, was not a very good film.
I just felt they mailed it in. I felt like they said, hey, we're making all these movies, and the first Avengers was great. We got the same guy at the helm. Let's do the exact same thing over, and it'll be just as popular.
I didn't need to do the same thing though.
But they couldn't do the same thing because the first time they did it was new, everybody being together.
Yes.
By the time this one's come out, there's been so much crossover that it wasn't new, everybody being together.
I guess I also wanted...
I didn't have as big of an issue as Ultron as you guys did, but I will say this. Going out of that movie, and if I were to say, hey, what's Ultron's power? Like...
He's a robot.
He's
a
a
big
robot that can make
He shot.
more
I think
of
he
them.
shot lasers.
Like that was
out of his
Ultron's
hand.
big thing.
Didn't he shoot out of his hand too? No. No.
I just remember from the card the big thing about Ultron was that he made more of himself. That was his thing.
And he does that. Here.
Sort of, but it's like Tony Stark's that he just takes over.
Well, that's how he started. Basically, was his first version of him was like
The
Tony
best
Stark.
part about this movie for me was that it gave us Vision, like they gave us Jarvis Vision type thing.
Yeah, Wanda,
not a big
Quicksilver,
fan.
because he laughed.
You know, that's one of the... Too bad. I wish Quicksilver would have continued
Yeah.
after this movie.
I was kind of hoping, like, where we are now, Infinity War, Endgame, that something might have happened that gave rise to him to come back.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Would have been cool to see more Quicksilver, because just to see what the X-Men universe did with Quicksilver, I wanted to see kind of the MCU universe do that.
The one good thing about Avengers Age of Ultron for me was it was what pushed towards the Black Panther family coming in, right? With the introduction of
Wakanda.
Vibranium.
Oh, okay.
Wakanda,
I was somewhat that way when saying that I like
Andy Serkis's
Claw.
character, basically.
Oh yeah, Lucas's Claw.
That was
great
amazing.
character.
He
I
did
love
a
it.
great
He was
job.
Great
actually,
character, yeah.
I mean, this one also has the GSP fight sequence on the ship.
Oh,
right.
actually, no, that's the first one.
Is that this one?
What are you talking about?
Is that Winter Soldier?
No, that's Winter Soldier. That's
Winter Soldier.
I do love that
That's
scene
America.
a lot.
My apologies.
but it's not this
My
movie.
apologies.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
But
not this movie.
Yeah, not this movie.
But no, this one has like the whole party sequence at the start.
That's my
They all
favorite sequence.
try to live the hammer,
Yeah.
which I thought was great.
It's a fun moment.
Yeah.
It's a fun moment.
And I like that it's punctuated by Ultron.
Well, yeah,
Ultron.
when Ultron walks out, that's cool.
like,
Like
that was
the
awesome.
gambling skeleton of a robot.
Yeah, I want to say there are some awesome moments in this movie,
Yeah.
and that's a really awesome moment. And he
like,
comes out to Shaman, like drops.
Probably my favorite Stan
oil.
Lee cameo, actually. When he's drinking with them, and
Yeah.
Thor's like,
Excelsior!
what does Thor say about the drink? He's like,
He's like, this
Yeah.
is too strong for mortals. And he's like, oh, just pour it. I was on the Omaha beach or something.
Yeah,
He says something like that.
yeah.
And then it just cuts to him afterwards and he just fucking.
Excelsior, and he's
Excelsior.
hammered, yeah.
probably my favorite of his, but yeah,
One of them.
one of them.
But what did you think about Vision picking up the hammer? Oh,
I don't have.
was he worthy?
I'm not one of those people that get stuck in the lore of should he or should he not been able to. Personally, I didn't like that Captain America picked it up. I thought it should only be
He didn't
Thor's.
pick it up.
He
moved
caught it.
It's like
Oh, in this movie, yeah.
No,
That's
no,
about
sorry,
it.
sorry,
This movie he
sorry.
did, yeah.
Spoiler alert! In Avengers Endgame, he picks it up.
oh.
I didn't like anybody other than Thor being able to wield it, but
The thing is, you have to be. No, he's totally worthy. If anybody's gonna be worthy, would it not be Captain America?
I just wonder between that and Endgame, did he know? Did he not pick it up on purpose?
So-
that's the thing.
I think the Russos.
That's a great question, Lewis.
The Russos, I think they acknowledged this, and they said that he did know that he was worthy. He just didn't want to like steal it from Thor at the time. He didn't really want to be like, oh, sorry.
I heard that, but I'm like that's the kind
That
of
was-
That doesn't make sense to me.
that
though,
was the
because-
Russos'
yeah, I know.
He
So-
wouldn't have, if he wanted to do that, he wouldn't have wiggled it at all. So they're lying to you.
Because he didn't know until that moment.
They weren't
He's like-
involved
he's
in
like,
this movie at all.
No,
Well,
but that's their reasoning. Because they couldn't ask Joss Whedon, because he's gone on doing other stuff now. I don't know what he's doing.
Bullshit.
Done ruining Justice League apparently because Zack Snyder cut's coming out.
people have also said that Black Widow was worthy, but she just never.
She never
wanted.
tried.
And it's like
If
bullshit.
anybody to not be
Okay.
worthy, it's not her.
Actually, here's so there's lots of things I like the party sequence, but actually, if you ask me, one of the best things that came out of this movie, the Hulkbuster suit.
That was pretty sweet.
And it almost never got another mention until fucking
Until I just brought it up now. No, until
Infinity War and
Did you know the reason why it was called Veronica? Fun fact. It's because his girlfriend is Betty Ross, right?
Betty.
So from the Irish comics, they're trying to do like a Betty and Veronica
Veronica,
thing. That's
yeah.
what it was. So that's why Veronica.
He's banging Black
Veronica
Widow.
was the one that came in and
I
was
totally forgot about that.
Hulkbuster. And
I've
was the one to
seen the
take him
meme.
down.
I know that Hulk bangs Black Widow. I've seen that GIF.
Okay, I just said Veronica was the
I
one
know
who
I know.
was the Hulkbuster.
I've seen that Bang Bros video. Okay, I know what happens.
Yeah, I've seen
That's
all
in
the
universe.
Bang Bros.
I mean, let's call this.
It's all canon,
I think one thing that happens is okay.
Big green dick just.
If this movie,
Disney owns
if
that,
this movie
right?
showed,
Yeah.
if this movie showed up on its own, just on its own, it would have been a good movie.
Yeah,
It would
I
have
guess.
been a good movie.
I would have rated it higher if it hadn't
Yes.
been for the other movies.
But it showed up right at the full initial force of the Marvel hype engine and everything.
Yeah,
like that. And
hype was like up to here, and it was like it
it came
down
right
here.
in the middle of it, and it was this big
Yeah.
thing. And I think it just suffered from the fact that we were expecting grandiose expectations that came from. I know you hated it, but
The
first
Avenger.
time that everybody got.
And
back
I
together.
seen the movie 3 times in theaters. The first Avengers.
Yeah.
I loved it so
Yeah.
much.
So I mean, it's
I will. What's okay? One moment that really bugs me in this movie, and I feel like they didn't fully know what they were doing, was Thor going to that water and trying to find out what's going on with Ragnarok and understanding. His
I think they
future.
knew what they were doing. It just had nothing to do with it.
What about
It
when
just-
Tony
it
sees
was-
the vision of the
it
future when
seems-
he's in that area with the Chitauri
Yeah.
big monster?
That made sense though, but the whole Thor thing,
I don't even remember.
it
the
didn't
Thor
even
part
pan
to
out.
be
Like
honest.
Ragnarok looked nothing like that.
I don't even
Yeah.
remember that Thor one.
And then he goes
That
into
was-
that water to have a vision to see. He's talking to fucking.
Oh right, yeah, and he's like,
That's
Heimdall. He's talking to Heimdall.
Isn't that at the?
And he's blind. or
Milky-eyed
something.
blind.
Yeah, so none of that panned out at all. No, I'm not blaming the fact that it
Yeah,
panned out.
no,
I'm just
I
saying
get what you're saying, yeah.
that kind of came out of nowhere. It didn't really
So-
fit for this movie.
From my understanding, that was the Marvel Studios production guys saying, "Hey, look, you gotta have something that kind of leads into Thor Ragnarok.
And that's what it felt like. It felt like it was forced in.
Yeah.
Whereas like Black Widow's vision of her past made sense.
It almost just felt like this
sense.
movie was meant to just make sure that we remembered how
Well,
much Thanos mattered. You know, to a degree.
I was gonna say like the Tony Stark one's the only one that's not like a past thing.
Yeah, that was a future vision.
Thor's is.
I gotta
there.
admit, one of my biggest issues with this movie, I hate Scarlet Witch. I don't like her powers. I think she's either too OP or not useful enough. I don't like Ashley Olsen.
What?
Elizabeth Olsen
In the role. I don't know.
I think her power's never been defined
Yeah, we
perfectly.
never saw that.
Yeah,
I somewhat get them, but they could do anything. It just seems.
I appreciate her.
I'm okay.
I get it.
I didn't know when her
I would be fine if she just had the mind manipulation. I don't like that she can like telekinetically.
When her brother died and she could feel it, I was like, oh, that was emotional. I felt a bit of the emotion. I didn't even know these characters very well.
Maybe we'll all feel better once they have that WandaVision show. We'll understand. To me, that's the biggest thing. She's never had anything that really focused on her.
What's
always been a side
with
character.
Hawkeye in this movie? That's one of the best parts about this movie, when you go to see Hawkeye's family and they're out on the farm.
Yeah.
And Iron Man and Hulk.
ripping apart.
You're starting to see the tear, I guess, if you will, between Captain America
and Iron Man
and Stark. Yeah. And when they're chopping wood, I mean, that's great.
Yeah. First he's using the axe.
Don't touch that.
Just ripping them apart.
Don't touch that pile. That's my pile.
Yeah. His pile is like half the size of fucking Cap's pile.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of into like the comic books more. That I don't. If Hawkeye wasn't the character Hawkeye in this, I would like that. But like I'm so used to him being with other characters in the comics that it didn't really fit. But I do like it if it was.
You know why I like it in this one? It's because of what happens in Endgame.
That works.
That's why I love what happens in this movie, because of the build-up for that.
I can't wait till we review
and
that.
Oh my,
fair enough. How many movies away was that for the?
We're still 20 movies away, man. We're
I was like 10.
I guess the big thing about this movie
away.
is the thing that happens for me is if it's on, I can sit, I can watch it, I can enjoy it. But I
don't hate the movie. I don't want to say I hate it.
It doesn't have any importance to it. In a sense, almost.
Except for Vision existence.
And
Wanda.
Yeah, I get that.
Existence.
But those just, I don't know. I feel like you could have brought those in any movie.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
So,
anyway.
In some ways, you could say that the visions it gave Tony affected his future.
That was probably the most, when he talks about seeing Thanos and the dead bodies.
Yeah, you never hear them talk about Ultron really much.
Yeah,
in later
which
episodes.
It's a shame because I feel Ultron's a great villain.
And that's why it's my biggest drawback is that they totally undercut Ultron.
James Spader. I don't have
any trailer though. Do you remember the trailer? With
the strings
on
yeah,
that was.
And they did kind of hint at that in the movie, but yeah, they didn't pay off.
If you put a different director in and touched up a little bit in the writing, I would have loved it more.
Yeah,
but
I'm just gonna double check my review number.
I never looked at the numbers.
I have a number that I already have for this movie. I just want to make sure it's...
A lot more War Machine too.
Yeah, he came in the later part of the movie.
He shows up at the end, I remember.
When they lifted the fucking city.
And he's like, why didn't you guys call me? But the first time, then he shows up here. Doesn't something happen where he's like, oh, come on, someone else shows up? But yeah.
I mentioned my favorite scene probably being when they're at Hawkeye's place. That's
your favorite scene?
I know I said earlier the party, but I just like I always like when things get broken down to gritty realism, and the idea of them all being on a farm, hiding out, trying to do things. I like that.
I enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite scene? What would you say?
It's probably when the Iron Legion drone walks out of the shadows and starts talking. It's creepy. But it lends so much to it.
It's got oil leaking everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dripping oil.
And what he says, it's true.
That's the party scene too, because it's in the middle of the party.
And that's what I was going to say. My favorite
that's where the party ends.
Was where the party scene goes to that. That was the transition, where it's like, haha, having fun, and all of a sudden it's serious.
I'm going to say, one thing that I really was disappointed
Nobody's saying the Hulkbuster fight, though. That's interesting.
That's actually, no, it's probably my second favorite.
Yeah, it's a
second favorite.
I was going to say, one thing that really disappointed me was how they used Baron von Strucker. He was teased in the other one.
Oh, 2 minutes into the movie, he's gone.
And you just see oh, he was killed in this cell, and you see the writing on the wall, but never anything that actually
For someone that's in like the actual Marvel comic books and stuff like that, to like just blow him off like that, kind of a waste.
Well, it's like
kind of a waste.
Why tease someone?
Well, which one was?
Matter?
Is he the same? Okay, so never mind.
He had the,
I always get
patch over his eye,
but
right?
Baron Zemo is
the
guy from
in
Civil War.
Civil War,
but,
yes.
Yeah.
But how do you have two characters that are barons?
It's simple.
I don't know, Baron von this, Baron von that.
That's a guy who's creating these characters stuck up in Nazi Germany, basically.
Well, at the time.
Guess when Marvel Comics was kind of being developed?
Captain America,
let
Captain
it go.
Britain,
All right,
Captain everything.
Maybe get creative.
Captain Marvel.
Anyways,
yeah.
Scores. Do you want to give scores?
I just looked at it.
What did you do for yours?
Oh, what did I do for mine? I didn't
You
see
go
mine
first
yet.
before me.
Oh, I'll go. Okay, mine was
For what? For what though? Like
mine is my score is for this movie an 8.1. I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. I don't love it like a lot of the other movies though. 8.1.
I always do it just off the cusp. I can't remember what I rated Avengers because I do like this more than Avengers. So I'm gonna say
what?
7.1. I've watched this over Avengers more than.
I'm gonna give this one a 7.4.
4.
Yeah, it's not. I know that there's other movies that I like more that I'm pretty sure I put in the 7 range more so than this one. So
I'm just glad I have like a list of what I rated everything.
When I sit here and I think of
like, for being prepared.
But
Nicolas Cage is on my side.
Come on.
What?
You don't think so?
Come on.
When I
You
think
also like The Rock more.
when I think of moments that I enjoyed, I can think of this more than Avengers.
I thought it was Nick Fury, but yeah. Anyway, Avengers is a little bit better, probably. Cool. This is whose episode was this?
It's mine. I own this.
It's mine.
Turd.
Why did I do
crap,
this?
Shit. No, I'm just kidding. Where can we find everybody? You know?
Oh shit! Yeah. Here for Saskatchewan. Boom.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, look him up. Seriously, you know everything about him.
Up and down.
We would freak out if
Twitch-
a fan drove up to
Twitch,
John's
Twitter,
house.
PSN, CountryBoy_9.
Yeah.
The LewisLightning. Find me on Twitch.
And you'll find no strings on me when I
Actually,
broadcast
this-
on Twitch,
yeah, you got
PSN,
it.
and Twitter
This is straight
as MussKeg.
I thought the point was to not acknowledge the whole Nick Cage.
I know. I figured that's why you freaked out.